Editor Colin Mackay joins us now. Colin, it's quite incredible how much he's managed to pack in.
Most of the politics has been at Turnberry. Here at Many, it's been much more about the golf. Although there was that big dinner that the President hosted here last night. He was flanked by the Prime Minister on one side, the First Minister on the other. So there was a fair bit of politics came up at that. It was a chance for the First Minister to raise the issue of maybe cutting the Scotch whisky tariffs below the 10% level. The President promised to take that seriously. So the First Minister thinks there is a window of opportunity before the state visit in September to try and get some movement of that. The President has been speaking incredibly warmly about John Swinney over the last few days, but then I suppose he was a big pal of Jack McConnell's when he was First Minister, until he wasn't. He was a big pal of Alex Salmond's when he was First Minister, until he wasn't. And last year, John Swinney backed Kamala Harris against Donald Trump for the presidency. So today, I asked the First Minister what he thought of Donald Trump.
It's the first time I've met President Trump. We spoke by telephone in December, but I had an extensive discussion with him over dinner last night, and I had a meeting with him again this morning, and we've talked about the issues that matter to people in Scotland.
But what did you think of him?
Well, it was a perfectly valuable and courteous conversations between us, and I appreciated
Did you like
the
him?
time. I appreciated the time and the opportunity to engage with President Trump as I would engage with any world leader who came to Scotland.
But did you like him?
He was pleasant company in the dialogue that we had, yes.
Did you like him?
It was pleasant company to be with me.
Can you just tell me whether you liked him or not?
Well, it's pleasant company to be with, and I think my personal feelings about people are irrelevant. I've got a job to do, and that's about building relationships to get things done for Scotland.
The First Minister also had a quick breakfast meeting with the President this morning. They spoke about the situation, the dire situation in Gaza. They also spoke about the oil and gas industry because, of course, they're here in the North East. But John Swinney wasn't the only politician at the opening ceremony today. A couple of local Conservative MPs, Harriet Cross and Andrew Bowie, were there, as was Scottish Labour leader Anas Sarwar. I asked him if he felt the UK government was doing enough in the trade talks for Scotland's whisky industry.
I would rather there was no tariff, and that's the same position that the Prime Minister has. But what I do recognise is that President Trump has put global tariffs right across sectors and nations across the globe. But because of a strong relationship between the UK and the US, because of a strong affinity with Scotland that the President has, that we have managed to negotiate a better deal for the United Kingdom compared to other nations. But would I like it to be even better? Of course I would.
Now, Colin, as you said, this, of course, even isn't the official state visit. That's in September. Are you surprised at the amount of politics there's been on the table?
There's just been so much politics over the last few days, and it's all been done by the President himself here in Scotland. President Trump has done that big trade deal with the EU. Both sides say that it's the biggest trade deal ever. Now, Donald Trump says that pretty much about everything. Everything's the biggest ever with him. But he's also recognised the severity of the situation in Gaza and pledged to help. He's threatened Russia with stronger sanctions unless they can come up with a ceasefire in Ukraine over the next 10 to 12 days. And as for Scotland, then he's noted that he's willing to enter into further talks about tariffs and whisky. I mean, I was chatting to one of the White House correspondents. He said that following Trump day in, day out is exhausting, but it's exciting.